So if you're looking to build consistency in your swing this year, I'm going to show you the one thing that you need to focus on to make sure that you get exactly that. Hey everybody, it's Matt from That Golf Couple, and for those of you that are new here, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a background. I've been playing for over 15 years. I played professionally for a little bit, so this is something I spent a career learning, and I don't want to see you guys make the same mistakes I did. So I want to give you guys some shortcuts that are going to help you hit the ball more consistently and be able to control it out there on the golf course. I see a lot of amateurs that are really struggling with that consistency, and it all stems from the fundamentals, right? Before we can run, we need to learn to walk, and better yet, crawl. And that starts with the grip. So from a consistency standpoint, you want everything here to be in one piece. When I start to have moving parts, that's where the inconsistencies come in, and you can hit it really low and skidding across the green, or you could hit behind it and it goes nowhere. In order to do that, we have to grab it consistently and get the bigger muscles involved. Now, the way that you do that is by extending the club out, just like this, and you're going to take it in just one hand first. And with my left hand, which is my lead hand, I play as a righty. I'm holding it in my trigger finger here and in the butt of my hand here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it out as far as possible and just literally just hold that. Make sure it gets comfortable. What you're going to notice is your forearm is going to get tired, your bicep is going to get tired. I'm sure that there's been maybe a workout class that you've been to, or maybe a sport that you've participated in, where you've started to use some muscles that you've never used before. Take a deep breath with this and just take your time and make sure that this settles in a little bit. These are going to build the connections that you need to be able to swing the club. But first you have to attach yourself to the club. And the way that you do that is just by holding it out here, let the muscles get tired. All right, so hold it out for 30, 45 seconds. Put it at your side and then shake your hand out, okay? Then you're gonna take it with your other hand and grab it so it's comfortable. You know, the number one thing that I share with a lot of beginner golfers is to not necessarily subscribe to one thought theory or another. Do what works for you. I was telling CJ earlier, rather than me telling you what to do, get a club in your hands and find out and feel for yourself and see for yourself what works for you. Rather than me telling you what to do, if the answer comes from you, you'll experience it totally different and you'll get the results. So when I grip the club, I've heard a lot of people talk about this little V here. It's got to be pointing in a specific direction, same as the other one. I mean, my hands are a little bit opposing, but I grip the club consistently. I am able to control my golf shots, and I don't so much care what anybody else says or thinks about it. It works for me, and that's the truth. And so I want you to find something that works for you. Now, if I take this with my right hand, I get into trouble where I start gripping it down here because I start to lose control with all of this. If I grab it more down here, it's all in one piece here, and I can just rotate, and there's consistency with all of it. So that works for me. I want to know what works for you guys. If there's something that you do with your golf swing that's unconventional, put it in the comments. I would love to know what that is. It's what makes us all unique, and it's what I want to know and share about each other. I think that's what's great about golf. So you're going to do the same thing with your right hand. You're just going to hold it out there and just make sure it gets a little tired. Shake it out a little bit. And that's all you're going to do. Just make sure that gets nice and tired. Come back, shake it out, and do 3 to 5 reps on each side. So what happens there is the bigger muscles start to get engaged, and you're going to have a whole lot more consistency. Think if I had a 20-pound box right here. You know, I'm not going to go like that or like that with it. I got to get my whole body moving with it. That's where the consistency comes from. That's what I want to develop. So the more you're able to do that, the more consistent your strike is going to be. And as you learn to chip and do all these smaller motions with your grip, you're going to learn to do everything else. These are the fundamentals that are going to allow you to do everything else you want with the ball. So I will forewarn you, and this is like a little bonus, if you start to practice these things and consistently practice these, your relationship to the golf ball is going to change. The way you set up with your driver is just naturally going to change. And so play with that. We're going to have a ton more videos, so make sure to like and subscribe because we want to give you guys everything that you need to make sure you're successful out there on the golf course. So check those videos out. We will be in touch shortly, and let me know how this drill goes for you guys. Thanks so much. The 2 cents on that.
And that's basically the 2 cents on that.
Cool.
Hey everybody. Forgot my intro again.